Hello everyone. So in the previous video we have seen how we can map a value from an existing range to a new range, and I have even told you the equation, right? So I hope you can remember the equation. The value that you want to be mapped divided by the maximum value of the current range minus minimum value of the current range, okay? And the total answer should be multiplied by maximum value of the new range minus minimum value of the new range. Okay guys, so this will give you the what it will give you. It will give you the value of the mapped value or mapped new value of the new range. Okay, this will give this value. If you take this input or this input and process it through this, what you will get? This or this. Okay, that means the mapped of new range you will obtain. That is what you want, right guys? Okay, fine. So purpose is map a value from a range to another range. This is totally fine. So what we will do is, okay guys, we will take a code. Okay, we write a code to do this. Okay, so for example, we'll take our Arduino, okay, and we will manually try to convert a value. Okay, so let's say let's take a value. I'm sorry. Okay, let's say an integer, okay, x to be 50 70. Okay, and then I'm assuming this is okay, that's fine. I'm having this, let's say I'm assuming 70s I'm going to have in the range of 0 to 100, and I want to convert to 0 to 10. Okay, so you know, if 70 is for 100, it is 7 for 10. Okay, or in other words, for the range of 0 to 100, if you take the value 70, for the range of 0 to 10, the value should be considered as 7. You understand? 70 should be converted into 7, right? Because the range is divided by 10, so the value also should be divided by 10. Okay, so anyway, we don't care, we have this equation, we will apply this and see whether we are getting 7 as an outcome. Okay guys, I'm sorry. So what I will do is I will come in the void loop and I will write this one. Okay, so before that yeah, when I am doing this calculation, okay, I'm getting an outcome, right? So I want to store it in a variable and I want to print the variable. Okay, so this is a number that is going to come as an outcome, right? New mapped value. Okay, so I will use another integer number int y. Okay, and I will assign our read value to this. Okay, so what you can do is if you want, you can say this int y also here without the value. Okay, without mentioning the value. That means you are declaring the value variable, but you never assign the value, or you never initialize it. You will initialize it in the void loop, right? We have done these things earlier, right guys? So this is fine. We just say, because we are going to store the resulting value. Okay, that means the 0 to 10 range mapped value in y. Okay, so let's write the equation. So how we write the equation? Like this. Okay, so x should be divided by 100 minus 0. So my variable name also x, so no calm, right? So I will say y is equal to, because y is the value that is going to take it, store the mapped new value, right? So y is this one, new mapped value. Okay, y is equal to, and I'm going to add the equation. Okay guys, so I will say x should be divided by what guys? The initial range. Okay, so I'm considering 0 to 100 as the initial range, so that is in my mind, right? We don't know about that, right? The Arduino doesn't know it, but we know. For the moment, understand like this, guys. With time you will understand what I mean. Okay, for the moment take it like this. It is 70, but from my field, okay, from what I know, this is I'm going to have it in the range of 0 to 100. Okay, I'm consider the initial range as 0 to 100 by myself. Okay, don't worry. So I am going to give the initial range. So 100 minus 0. Okay, so when I am giving like this, I understand. Okay, the initial range I feel is this. Okay, I'm going to take the x value from this range and I'm going to convert it to another range. That's all. Okay, so this is fine. Okay, all good. Now what should I do? The resulting value I should multiply by the new range. So how do you multiply? You have a star. Okay, and what is a new range? 0 to 10, right? So the maximum new range value minus minimum new range value. That's all. It's some mathematical equation. So as usual, we should have a semicolon at the end. That is a rule. Okay. So now what I have done is I have an integer variable x is equal to 70. I take this value and I do some equation scenario, and the resulting value I assign to y that already I have declared here. Okay. So that means what? Initial value of a particular range that I want. So this is the range. I mean existing range. This is the range already. I feel okay. So I assume this is the range. Okay. I mean from the requirement we will change the ranges. We will talk about the later. For the moment, think this is the range. We want this 70 to be at the initial state. Okay, 70 can be in another any range, 0 to 1000 or anything. But from my external situations or from the external purposes or whatever, depending on the voltage or sensor values, let's say our initial range is 0 to 100. Okay, so 70 is coming. Just assume. Okay, as the income. So what we do is we divided it by the initial range and we multiply it by the new range, so that the respective new range value I can obtain and assign to y. You understand that, guys? Totally fine, right? So what I should now do is I would serial print the value and see whether I am good or not. Okay, so I will type serial dot begin 9600. Okay, then what I will do, I will do serial println. I will do serial dot println y. Alright guys, so we are totally good, right? So we do start the serial communication and we print the y value and we make sure, okay, because from our logic, excuse me guys, from our logic I can feel, okay, obviously I know the outcome should be 7, there's no question on that, right? But whether this equation is working fine or not, I want to confirm. So I am writing a code and I am going to run the code and see whether it works fine or not. Okay guys, so this running and demonstration I will see in the next video, guys. Follow me up in the next video, guys.